So let's try to add another feature to our application. So one thing that I noticed was that we have a section called categories here, and that I think we can include in our application. So adding categories can have multiple solutions. So one of the solutions that I'll be implementing is with the help of mapping. So I'll treat this category as a different entity and I'll try to establish a relationship. So let's see what that relationship could be. So what I'm thinking is this article can have many categories. Also, this one category can have multiple articles as well. So it's sort of a many to many relationship. So let's say I have opened this article and this article has 3 to 4 categories, like this belongs to India and this is a political news. So it belongs to politics as well. So this article have 2 categories. So it's a one-to-many relationship. But if you open a category, that can have multiple articles as well. So it's not a one-to-many relationship. It's a many-to-many relationship. An article can have many categories and one category can have multiple articles. So this is the database design that I've come up with. So there can be multiple solutions to this. So let's start with this article. So you already know this table exists. We have already made that. If you're new to this video, you can check out my previous video in the series. So this has some ID, title, name, description. So I want to have a way that this one article can have many categories. And the one way we could have is with this intermediate table called article category. So this will store all the information about an article and its category. So let's first discuss what this category table is. So it will contain an ID, which is nothing but an integer auto increment, and description and name. So this name is basically the tags of these categories, and you can have description if you want. So this is kind of an unnecessary, but yeah, you can remove that if you want. So now let's discuss what this article category is. So as you can see, it maps the ID of article table as well as the ID of category ID. So you might have noticed that I've made the primary key as both of them. So this is a composite key. So let me give you an example of what an article category would look like. So let's say we have an article with ID as 1, and this is the title of that article, and we have few other columns that you're not interested in. So we have defined our categories. So this will be kind of like a static table, but yeah, you can add more category whenever you want. So the ID of politics category is 80 and technology is 81. We also have other columns that we are not interested in. So let's say this article needs to be mapped with 2 categories, 80 and 81, that is politics and technology. So the mapping in article category will have 2 rows. So the ID of article with the ID of category, and the second row would be the ID of article and the other ID of that category. If you already have some database knowledge, this would look like a piece of cake. So let's see how we can move that into Spring Data JPA. So right now I'll not be using create table commands, and I'll show you that it is possible to create that via Java code, that is Spring Data JPA. So let's first quickly write an entity called category, and then we'll move to how we can combine both of them. So this will be a real table in database, but we do not need an entity. So we'll just create a relationship and the Spring or the data JPA will handle this. So let's first create the category entity. So if you're a good Java developer, what you would do is not write code from scratch. You would copy this code from one class to another, and that's what I'm going to do. So let me write this table name as category, and its primary key would be category ID. So here we need the 2 things, name and description. So you can change it to tag also. Name is fine as well. We're done with this category entity. Now let's move towards the mapping part, and typically man-to-man relationship. Now you want this article to contain multiple categories. That is, this article will have multiple categories. So the one way to represent it is with a list. So this will be a list of category. So we can name it as categories. So this one article object will have multiple categories. So we want an annotation called many to many, and that would add here. So here I've changed this from ID to article ID. So let's add that join table. So there are a bunch of attributes that we can write in join table. So first of all is the name of the table. So this is that article category. So this is that mediator table. So there are 2 attributes that we're going to write. One is the join columns and other one is inverse join columns. So join columns basically is what column we're going to use for joining it with that article category with this entity. In join columns, we're going to write name the column, that is this article ID. So this will be used for joining this entity with this table. So let's write add join column, and inside that we can add the name that we want to add. So we'll be adding article ID. So in this associations, we have something called as the owning side of the association. So this article entity is the owning side of this association, and category entity is not the owning side of association. So this join columns represent the column that you want to join it with from the owning side of association. So now we're going to write the joining column from the not owning side of that association. So that we do it with inverse column. So let's write that as well, and the name of the column would be category ID. So yeah, that's it, we're done. So you can read this doc and this would make much more sense than what I just said. Now there's also a thing called cascade type, and that is used for basically bidirectional relationship. So I'll come back to it later because it would be very confusing if I just write it here. So in the database, we currently have only article as the table. So we need to create category entity. So this is not a good practice that you create tables on the basis of your Java code. But for the sake of this tutorial, we'll do that. So let me go to this YAML file. So this key DDL auto can have multiple values. So one of the things that we used was create. So there's other thing called drop also, typically create drop. So it drops the tables and then it creates again. So it will clear everything. So there is also a thing called update. So I think this would work. If it doesn't work, we'll use that create drop. And even if both of them doesn't work, you just manually drop the whole database and you create a new. So for now, let's try with update and let's see if it works or not. So I just got this error. It's because I renamed my variables from ID to article ID. So let me quickly fix that. So it has created all the tables that we wanted. So it has created an article category as well as a category table. So let's check all this out. So the article table is as it is. So it didn't update my name of the column. So I'll have to do that. So category looks fine. We have category ID, name and description. Also the article category looks fine. It seems like we do not need an entity for this article category. And this mapping or association would work fine. So let's see the primary key if they are according to our standards or not. So this is the primary key of category table and it looks fine. So for article category table, it has not created the primary keys. Now to fix this problem of getting an article ID, you can just drop this database and you can just start the service again and it will create a new database. But I don't want to lose this data, so I'll just hit an alter command and let's see. I think if you use Google for these kind of queries, you're a legend. Salute. So after doing a Google search and finding this query, I found that this article ID is already present and it's been added by Spring itself. So I was thinking that it would modify this ID and it would modify it to article ID, but it didn't do so. So I guess I'll have to drop everything. So I just restarted the server after dropping the database. So let me first populate some category, which is some static data. So I was not able to insert the data into category. So it shows me an error that category ID doesn't have a default value. So it looks like that I have to change it from auto to identity. So after changing that and restarting the server, I'm able to do that. So let me add a few more static data. So I'm done with the setup. So I have this static data. So these are basically the tags or the categories. So you can have this description, or if you don't want, you can just remove this column. So now let's add the data into article and let's see how it will map those article with this category. So currently I don't have anything in the database, so it's giving me empty result. So let me add something. So I've created this request body. So here I've added what all categories that I want to associate this particular article with. So I want to have two categories associated with this particular article. So the first category is this category ID, which is India, and the next one is business. So now if we send this request, it should work. So let me hit this get request. So now this one article is associated with these particular categories, and you don't have to write a single line of code to associate both of them. So this is that first category ID and this is the second category. So let's see how it's mapped here. In the article, it's same because we didn't change the schema of this table. In the article category, it's mapped like this is the first article and it's mapped with category 1. The same article ID, article 1, is mapped with another category. So just like I explained before. So it doesn't matter both of them are primary key or not, because these are the only two columns. But of course you're going to use SQL to create tables and not Spring Data JPA do it for you. So that would be better and you can write primary keys yourself.